En verdad me duele. Pero bueno, estoy en el DLC de Sangre y Vino, Bruto Web, ¿visto? Y nos dirigimos a un sitio. Tenemos que matar a un monstruo. Y la armadura que llevo es mi armadura de caballero juramentado. Y mi casa Vamos, sí, mi casa... mi heráldica es eso. Ella es la casa de allá, la de Rivia, que mocha. Aunque me mochaba más otra. Si vais a ir directo allá, que está dividido en dos partes. Pues veréis eso. No corre, que aquí hay un huevo de bichos. Mira, ¿ves? Una boira. Mucho por tu vida. Vaya, cabrón. Si esta es que aquí. Venga, vale, pues yo lo intento. Oye, ¿no viste mi espada esta? Los me gusta, digo, capullo. No, es que se pensaba que se iba a escapar. Y la boira sí se me ha escapado. Y voy para acá. Esto es así, ¿sabes? Porque si no... Aquí está. Pero si es que no le doy, porque esto no va a salir. ¡Mírala! ¡Tu casa, tu casa, tu casa! Mira las bichos estas, de verdad, Bueno, pues esta es mi espada nueva que la conseguí en una misión y está chetadísima. Llevo ahora mismo dos espadas. Muy chata. Qué mal rollo da esto. Mira cómo me he dejado ahí mi barba ahí. Bueno, yo por si acaso voy así. Ostras, cuánta cuchara, Mal asunto. Bueno, pues no sé si visteis hacer Eurovisión.
Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to
Pues
tell me
seguro que te
something.
están diciendo ya, que no te metas aquí. En la puerta. Bueno, cuchara templada, ojo al gato. Cuchara templada. Cuchara pulida. Y cuchara de metal. Y la cuerda, no sé si me van a hacer caso. Bueno, pues nada. Esto me da muy mala espina, Yo no digo nada. Pero luego todo se sabe.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Vaya.
Sounds like a curse, all right.
Joder, yo estoy ya cagado.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Sí, que si venga, echa un vistazo. Salgo yo corriendo. Ahora me sale aquí la familia de los bikers. Y me cago.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
Sí, esta mi gata es mala folla.
White's obsessed.
Mira.
A real
Mira.
collector. Thoroughbred.
Mira. Tengo una gata. Y... Dios.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Joder, es que me enrollo. Vaya. Llevo unos días sufriendo mareas, vaya. Nunca me había pasado algo semejante. Si esto sigue así, aunque no soporto la brujería ni la hechicería, tendré que visitar a un herbolista. Los mareas no cesan y lo peor de todo es que también siento dolores tan fuertes que a veces no puedo ver. Mal asunto. He ido al arbolito, una vieja moira, mal asunto también, repulsiva, que me ha mirado como si hubiera visto un monstruo. Me ha dado una maldita mezcla que tengo que tomarme 2 veces al día, no me está sirviendo de nada. Hoy como cada día me he mirado al espejo y me he quedado sin palabras. En los ojos, pero hoy no hay arrugas. Pero había preferido que la hubiera. Me está saliendo pelo en los pechos, es horrible, tiene que ser por culpa de las condenadas que yo. Ya los pelos los borra la arbolista, pero su morada estaba vacía. Debía de saber que me ocurriría y se ha alargado. Aunque me quito los pelos, mi familia está empezando a sospechar algo y cada vez crece más rápido. He intentado sacarme la idea de la cabeza, pero no puedo aguantarlo más. Puede que no fueran las hierbas las que me han llevado a esto, sino una maldición de un viejo mendigo que me quité de encima una vez. Tengo que averiguarlo. Quiero contratar a alguien que pueda encontrar al arbolista. No puedo pensar con claridad y cada vez se me hace más difícil escribir esto. Soledad, sin familia, comer, quiero comer. No hay cuchara buena, cuchara vacía. Nada, comer, duele, espejo, mentiras, no. Vale.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Mal asunto.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Y yo lo que me pregunto... ¿Esto qué
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Joder, que me rollo. Aquí yo ya no. Tiene pinta de haber subterráneo aquí. De que debajo de la casa y cosas.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Llave cuchara, what the fuck?
Spring key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Para su estado. Vale. ¿Qué ha pasado tú?
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
What?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Pues ya me quedan 2 cucharas.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Aquí no hay nada. Una cuchara mordida, más cucharas, Dios. Una carta. Querido maestro Lerceur, sé que lleváis años ganando la vida persiguiendo al criminal. Tengo un encargo para vos, algo inusual. Probablemente os preguntaréis por qué hemos llegado a este punto y por qué no podemos reunirnos en persona, veréis. En mi situación actual, cualquier tipo de reunión es muy arriesgada, no tanto para mí, sino para la persona con la que me reúna. Pero eso no importa. La cuestión es que estoy afectada por una maldición o, como así espero, siendo razón por la que he contactado con vos, por los efectos secundarios de una medicina que me administró un arbolista hace tiempo. El problema es que poco después de visitarla desapareció sin dejar rastro. Deseo desesperadamente llegar al fondo de mi afección y por eso pretendo contratarla. Quiero que encontréis a cierta mujer que se ganaba el sustento vendiendo hierbas medicinales por estos lares. Cuando la encontréis, sacadle toda la información que podáis sobre la medicina que me administró. Si mi sufrimiento es resultado de su crueldad, conseguís con él un antídoto. No os arrepentiréis, pues soy pudiente y no escatimaré a la hora de pagaros por vuestro servicio. Si resulta que mi sufrimiento es la cuenta del arbolista, dejadla ahí, por favor. porque eso significa que estoy bajo la influencia de una terrible maldición de la cual solo los dioses pueden librarme, y que debió de ser lanzada por un mendigo que se me acercó a la mansión una noche en la que había invitado a un amigo. Si podéis encontrar ese vagabundo, os recuerdo que puedo ayudar a poneros. ¿Cómo? La única característica distintiva que recuerdo es que vendía espejos. Sé que no es gran cosa, pero es mejor que nada. Confío en vuestro gran talento y os deseo buena suerte. Bueno, pues si era una desagradecida de mierda, pues te pasan esas cosas. Listo. ¿Ves? Lo sabía.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Oigo algo. Qué bonito. Una cuchara de oro, madre mía.
Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. He just needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Sí. Una armadura. ¿Me puedo esconder debajo de la mesa? Ahí hay algo. ¿Tiene otra cuchara?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary.
Se
Maybe a
me va a
little
meter en un
old.
armario de verdad. Me voy a meter en un armario. A dormir de pie. ¿Qué es eso? Ala, un poquillo feo el bicho. Sí, que siempre. Si es inteligente, supongo que se jala. Se me va a olvidar. Ostras. Yo lo intento romper. Voy a atacar al monstruo. Una pobre desgraciada. Y mi trabajo es... ¿Qué narices?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Sí, que soy una... Yara. Como te como ahí, Yara.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Qué cosa más horrenda. No, hombre, yo no mato a una especie en peligro de extinción.
And now we'll tend to you.
Ya era yo que digo. Esto lo busco en internet o algo, yo qué sé. Las palabras exactas. Esto si está en blanco no pasa nada.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
A ver, romper maldición. Uy. A ver. Que intercambiar cucharas, ¿qué dices? Yo creo que no lo entiendo, ¿eh? No entiendo. No sé cómo se llama esta misión. Qué bicho más feo, macho. No lo sé. No lo sé. A ver qué dice la maldición.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were,
Nadie se
none shall
sentará a
sit
tu
and
mesa
dine with
para
you at your
cenar
table.
contigo.
No spoon you have
Ninguna
shall
de tus
say to you,
cucharas te saciará.
never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
No lo entiendo. Ay. Pito, pito, gordo, gorito, dando tan bonito a la verdadera. Da.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench. not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
I agree. Yet I would urge you to hold off on further construction until the ongoing work is done. Juggling can be a challenging art. It's best not to undertake too much at once.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Come on. Go, go. Move it!
Oop. Yep. I'm going to hit.
Hey there. Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but, alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Teshamudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down. Did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage, sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesh and Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Only suspect they may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Cliffs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Cells? Who for?
Disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the dead. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Detlef's. We both remained in this part of the world.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the dead. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Detlef's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this cliff?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, it sends shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. The beasts have caught the scent of my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm me down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. You must forge through this, that is all.
I just smelled the blood.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, and also my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. You must forge through this, that is all.
I just smelled the blood. in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
You know Master Liam made Matilda. Something tells me it's not just the new vintage they'll be putting out soon.
Boy, rotten times.
Every single lady keeps a devil somewhere shady.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed, and I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you'll wish to see.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
The days pass. The pile of work remains.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think. Laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time. BB, know anything about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy?
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But I understand that to a witcher this must be a very intriguing find.
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff, though. Got dragonglass vials and flasks, stills, sublimators, vengerometers.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Just saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in alchemy. Brewing a concoction with this stuff versus doing it over an open fire? Well, there's no comparison.
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Starting to get into this whole renovating thing. There must be other things we can improve.
What a splendidly wise idea. Now that the general refurbishment is done, why not see to the grounds? Perhaps renovate the stables, or return Madame Bolis's garden to its former verdancy?
You know, Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I finally got a decent place to stay, I think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word, and I'll have them start working on it at once.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I am at your disposal always.
So, sometimes I have to brew a potion, but I can't find the herbs I need growing anywhere nearby.
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina, Monsieur Boleus's wife, seems the ideal place to cultivate herbs. In fact, it's roomy enough to plant shrubbery.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I am at your disposal always.
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone talking about renovations. Need to ask you something else.
Of course, sir, as you wish. What is the nature of your inquiry?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might begin to consider such things as a new bed, or additional armor stands, or weapon racks. Also, some new furnishings and a fresh coat of paint on the walls would do much to improve the guest quarters.
Could use another weapon rack. Got some interesting pieces I'd like to display.
I know of a carpentry shop in town which crafts the humblest lumber into true masterpieces. You need but give the word.
Fine. Order the racks.
Of course, at once. At most 1 day for them to arrive, is my estimation. Is there anything else you require, sir?
But...
Oh, but that is immaterial. All self-respecting homes should boast a comfortable guest room. What if someone were to drop by unannounced?
Yeah, sooner we start on that the better.
I can tell a man of action immediately. I'll see to it myself. The room shall be ready in 2 days, in my opinion. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Along the path, I've often picked up well-crafted, beautifully ornamented armor. Some of those pieces would look great on display here.
I agree. It would lend the place a certain witch's air. Shall I order new stands at once, sir?
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I'm here to serve whenever you desire.
Tasty. So... wonderful. Thank you.
I work dawn to dusk's last light, then give my while. If I trust a woman, remember that.
Hey-ya!
Wine is better than stew.
Drink! Careful! Hold insult. Beast. Killer. With no lights great enough.
Might we speak?
Yeah? What is it?
Now, why does one summon a witcher, To inquire about the gossip currently flowing about the court? I have a problem with a beast.
Ah, you the one posted the notice? Go on then, spit it out. What's it about?
First, my dear witcher, we must establish ground rules. Given the vast difference in our respective social positions, I'm sorry to say I take umbrage at the familiar tone you take. I expect deference. I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
Listen, friend. There's an enormous difference between us, but it's not about status. It's about me having two swords on my back, and you having none. So I'll call you whatever I want, and you either deal with that or solve your monster problem yourself.
The gall! I shall file a complaint with your guild.
Make sure you address it to customer service. Kaer Morhen, Kedwin. Now talk, before I change my mind and go.
Naughtlings and their manners. Very well. Let us get this over with. Something has infested my vineyard.
Great. Let me go prepare my something oil then.
I beg your pardon?
Need more information than that. Where was this something seen? Any witnesses? Bodies to examine?
Therein lies the rub. None has seen the beast. We've only heard signs of its presence, a strange scratching and shrieks. Neither are there any corpses to inspect. Men simply disappear without a trace.
Noises you mentioned. Where do they come from?
Well, everywhere. But they're most clearly audible in the wine cellar.
Means the monster must dwell underground. When are the noises loudest?
In the night, just as they were years ago, when the buildings quaked. Another expert agreed to look into the matter then, but was never thereafter seen nor heard of.
Who's disappeared, if you don't mind my asking?
Most recently some farmhand, I believe.
Despite the vast difference in social status, you remember the farmhand's name, maybe?
No. You must speak to my wife. She has more collegial relations with this household help. She's away at the moment visiting her mother, but should return forthwith. Oh, that should suffice with the questions. Now tell me, will you take the contract? Yea or nay?
Depends. What kind of reward are we talking about?
Come now, be reasonable. Fine. Seems I must take the loss. Agreed.
Fine, I'll do it. Need to look around here first. Then I'll want to talk to Madame de Bourbeau.
Very well. I shall inform you once she has returned. Meanwhile, the key to the cellar. Just... whatever you do, please do not disturb the wine barrels.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
It's quiet. Guess the monster actually is nocturnal. Gotta wait till dark. Alright, let's look around. Shattered dishes. Got knocked off the shelf somehow. Shaken off, maybe? Rats. Not known to kidnap farmhands. What the? A tunnel? A bit more light could be useful. Kicky Moors.
like that silver.
Should be able to break through. Damn it, it's getting away. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws. Cracked Kikimore eggs. Something's been feeding on them. Water coursing. Underground stream. Monster I'm looking for lives underground, digs tunnels, feeds on Kikimores. It is big. Very big. Nothing else here. Time to go back to the surface. Getting more interesting by the minute.
Sacre bleu!
What is the meaning of this? I'm paying you to slay a monster, not demolish my property.
Property's falling apart on its own, what with all the tunnels under it. I'd fill those in soon if you don't want your building to collapse.
Tunnels? Fiddle my thumb, how did tunnels appear down there?
Something dug 'em. A large creature. Also killed a few Kikimores down there. They'd managed to lay eggs already. Consider it a half favor. Won't cost you much.
Did you exterminate them all? Did you burn the eggs? Thought not. I'll not pay you a copper. I must send men down there to deal with the filth as it should be dealt with.
Madame de Bourbeau, I presume? Here you know something about the missing farmhand.
Jean-Luc? Yes. We went to examine this year's seedlings. Something had been nibbling at them. Then we heard these odd noises. Jean-Luc went to reconnoiter and never returned.
Where'd you last see Jean-Luc, madame? Exactly.
In the fields, north of here, by the wood.
New seedlings there? I was under the distinct impression we had planted them all on the south slope.
Almost all, my dear. I requested that some be planted to the north, by the grove. Just the remainders.
Madame, could you describe Jean-Luc?
Tall, exceedingly well built. Hair black as pitch.
Dear, concentrate. There is not a peasant that is not well built. They work in the fields all day. He means scars, birthmarks, that sort of thing.
Then none, I suppose. But he did wear a pendant around his neck. A silver one.
Silver jewelry on a farmhand?
It was a gift, I believe. Or that is what he claimed.
Should be enough to go on.
Then what are you fritting round here for? Get to work. Perhaps I can turn this tunnel?
A tip of the hat to the Tawny's victim.
Bread's really stale. Been here a while. Blanket was laid out here. Footprints. 2 sets. Felled trees, as if something rolled over them. So is Shalmar. Only they dig tunnels and move like that. Large, deep tracks. Trail leads to that cave. Time to end this. Centipede. leads to that cave. School symbol on the wall. Clever. Gotta keep a lookout for more.
What now, you piece of filth?
The giant centipedes. Straight, dull, perfect for digging. More symbols. Might want to look around some. Lead me. Might want to look around some. blood of a recent victim and some of the mushrooms that grow here. Silver pendant. A lock of hair inside. Same color as Madame de Bourbeau's. Fresh corpse. Must be Jean-Luc. Crushed ribs, cracked skull. Shalmar did this. No two ways about it. Highly decayed, partly eaten. Been lying here a while. Gotta spill it within the lair, somewhere near an air current, so the scent spreads throughout the cave. Ugh, that stench. Shalmar will be here any minute. Show me your claws.
What now, you piece of filth?
Damn.
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
The war. Fix it by the end of the day.
You. Can we talk?
You'd best be bearing good news. Get on with it.
This Jean-Luc, he did have a silver pendant. Kept a lock of Madame de Bourbeau's hair in it, matter of fact.
What? But how could she? To be unfaithful to me? A lord and heir with a plow-spawned peasant? Oh, she shall pay for this.
Don't doubt that. But mind paying me first? For services beyond the scope of the contract?
There. It'll come out of her dowry.
Got rid of the beast that was giving you trouble. It was a Shelmar.
Shelma? Whatever could that be?
Kinda like a cross between a mole and a caterpillar. Just big as a barn.
Uh-huh. Well, Master Witcher, you make a poor first impression, but ultimately proved your worth. There. Your reward. Now, forgive me. I must speak to my wife.
Begone from my sight.
Slow now. Whoa.
Long live Leon and Matilda!
How might I be of service, sir?
Starting to really like this.
As you wish, sir.
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
I agree thoroughly.
Thinking about buying a comfortable bed. Always wanted one.
Excellent idea. In your profession, rest is supremely important. But say the word, and I shall order you a bed from the carpenters who craft comfort for the court. I understand.
Along the path, I've often picked up well-crafted, beautifully ornamented armor. Some of those...
I agree.
Yes, just please make sure they're solidly made and nicely finished.
It goes without saying, sir. By this time tomorrow, they shall be ready to display your finest finds. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet...
Yeah?
After all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
I've lots to do before it gets dark. Sure, go on. Scraggly, yes. You're scraggly, yes. But...
look around some. Strange. That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house. Let's go. Come on. Oh! Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair. Better. You're up for a plow.
Ah!
I need good. Hey,
Ow!
Russians, how much for your wood? Sure, go on.
Hey there. Come on, Roach. Slower. renovations coming?
You ought...
Starting to
As you wish.
Starting to get into this whole renovating thing. You know Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I finally got a decent place to stay, I think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word, and I'll have them start working on it at once.
No.
Pond.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
Here, kitty, kitty. Meow.